Hey guys, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru. Hope you're doing fantastic. Happy New Year for those people who are in the Southern Hemisphere, and still New Year's Eve for those that are over there in the Northern Hemisphere. Thought I'd jump on. It was a good reflection again this morning to how far you can come when you think the right way about things. It's amazing your process of thought power and your mindset, and how that always affects what you do and how you do it. So I remember creating Partnership Club now nearly 4.5 years ago, and so different back then to what it is now. And I look at what was really the difference between where we started and what we did to start with versus what happens now and the way that we create it now. And it simply comes back down to not knowing what you don't know, but at the same time doing things that you think are important that actually aren't important. I remember in the early days of business thinking that every little detail was what I had to get right, that I had to get every little logistic right, I had to get every little piece of information right before we could go on and do other things. Where in fact, no, you don't even have to come close to that. You have to have the big picture right. And when you've got the big picture right, then you can get the logistics, and then you can get the small details to come from the big picture. So it was definitely a weakness of mine, was I started the wrong way around. I started with the chunk down small details rather than starting with what's the vision, what's the big picture, what are you trying to achieve, and then chunk downwards to the logistics and the smaller details and the finer things. Now, the next thing that I then learnt was, well, a lot of the time you don't even need to be the one around the finer details, around the logistics. You actually slow things up if you're the person who's around it. So in the end, it's about then getting people who are better at doing those sorts of things than what you are. See, for most of us as business owners, as entrepreneurs, we're big picture thinkers. We think big picture, we've got visions, we've got the big whole picture that we want to get done, but then when we get into chunking it down into small details and into small things, we tend not to do as well as what other people tend to do. And I'm definitely in that boat. I know all the time that I come up with a big picture, a big idea, and I'm better off just going, hey, Kelly, or hey, Louise, or hey, Lucinda, or hey, Yona, can you please take this vision and map it out to the finer details of it? Because if I get into the finer details of it, it takes me forever. Whether that's part of just wanting to get it right, or whether that's part of it's so boring to me that it takes me a lot longer than what it takes some of our team to be able to do it, not sure. But what I've learnt is it doesn't matter. I shouldn't be doing those things. So big picture here is, have a look at the things that you're doing. Are you doing it back to front? Meaning, are you starting from small details and trying to work up to the vision? Or are you starting in vision and working down to the small details? Second is, are you trying to work all the small details out and do all the small details and wear 100 hats? Or are you getting other people to be able to do those things for you? If you can, you might not be in a position to do that, and that's absolutely fine. But if you can keep with big picture and get other people to do more of the stuff that I know you probably don't enjoy doing, then you're going to be better off. The third big thing around this was, you've got to be around people who challenge your thinking. You've got to be around people who are doing it differently. So therefore you can learn how to do it differently. When I look at how much we've changed in the last 2 years, well, that comes from a whole bunch of people that we've been around, and we purposely go out and see how people do things to go, oh, how might we be able to model that? How might we be able to improve that? How might our thinking be able to change after seeing that? If you're not constantly looking at how you can improve things, then you're always going to be just doing the same thing. And if you're always doing the same thing, then eventually you're going to get frustrated with it. You're going to get bored with it. So look at how you continue to improve yourself from a point of view of making then your programs, your products, your services even better still. Just understand, what are you good at? What aren't you good at? And get other people to do some of those other things for you. Again, for those people who are over in the Northern Hemisphere, enjoy your New Year's Eve. for those people in the Southern Hemisphere, welcome to 2019, and look forward to being able to catch up with you guys real soon. Take care.